Never would have thought.
There can be only one podcast, and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I'm Wes.
I'm Brandon.
And welcome to episode. I'm going to bring this over here. Welcome to episode 400. Live. How we do it. So, welcome, gents.
So what do you call your office here? The podcast studio.
The podcast studio.
Yeah.
I don't know. The game room / the toy room.
Okay.
/ the podcast room.
Nothing overly creative here.
No, not the Matt Cave. That'd be nice, but it'd have to have less Barbies.
Maybe just the right amount. For you.
Maybe just the right amount. All right. So what we have, this is one of our favorite ones we do. We ask questions on this, and I think it would be better on video than it is on audio.
Yes.
Because the first time we did it, we had the blast, but there was a lot of silence in the podcast because we were laughing so hard.
We were taken aback at how emotionally open Brandon allowed it himself to be.
I hear the emotional one, though, is this guy tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's about to do it right now. Look at him.
I don't know what's going on with me.
If you cry on the 400th episode,
I'm crying
So,
because Brucey's not here.
I am
sad
crying that
to
Bruce
say
could not be here. Bruce cannot be here. Bruce's schedule is very busy. So, unfortunately, he could not be
Bruce
here
is
because
like
I
the
wanted
kid
him here.
in school that would have his picture taken, but he couldn't make it, so it would have
Oh,
like coming
the different
soon
background.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what this is just a bunch of questions. We did the early life a couple of times. We've done one midlife, but unfortunately, my kids took this and, I guess, shuffled the cards or something. So they're all
Those
out of order. So I don't know which midlife ones we did. So we'll go through these. We can't go through the later life ones because we haven't gone through later life yet. Those questions are a little. We're not there yet. We're still in the midlife. That's good to know, though, right? Right. Has anyone noticed how much whiter Wes's beard is than Brandon's?
Hey, good point.
Man, this needs to
thing
be
is
like
white.
sponsored by someone.
You should shave
Just for men.
You should shave
Just for men.
The only thing worse than a white beard is a round, rotund face.
All right. So
with the line.
Yeah.
feel free if you're watching this live, you can give us your answers in the chat. I don't know how much I'll talk to the chat here, but we will ask questions of the three ones. This is the perfect one. I didn't even put these in order here. I just put them in randomly selected them. And the first one is midlife. What did you do for fun?
What did we do in midlife, or what do we do in midlife?
What did you do for fun? So what do you do since we're in midlife? What do you do for fun?
I think this podcast is a lot of fun. We get
just
in here
There you
and
go.
we're able to.
That is good. I do agree. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of therapeutic for us. It's kind of like playing pickup basketball with your buddies, and you can still shoot.
There you go.
We're just talking
There you go.
memories, and our recall is still pretty good for that.
Okay. Sounds good. Brandon?
Man,
Did you think we were going a different direction?
I don't even know if I'm on. Am I on here?
You're on. Just here.
hold on.
Take this out.
I didn't do that.
Take it out like that.
Man.
There you go. Just pop it out. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pull it out.
All right. Now, what was the? Okay, what do we do for fun? Man, I think.
Watch you struggle.
Yeah, I definitely do that. That is a lot of fun. I love doing the podcast thing with you guys. I appreciate that I get invited on.
course.
Seasonally.
Yeah.
We would have Heath on, but he went to bed an hour ago.
Well, I don't look. It is late. I mean, what is it? Almost. It's 8:30.
So what do you do for fun?
Oh, man, I stumble and bumble around a lot. I don't know. I just kind of I just get plugged in and I get involved with stuff. I don't know what that even means, really. Sometimes I'm.
You're
whether it's
active in
hanging
the
out with y'all-
community.
Yeah, huh?
You're active in the community.
You said it perfect.
Oh, you're a community man. Known. You have a good name. You're like
No,
Bruce
no.
Wayne.
No, nothing like that. No,
He's-
Without the
more
Batman.
Probably
You're
more than I would be Bruce Wayne. But yeah, man. I mean, I like watching movies. That's a pretty old person thing to do. I love it.
Okay. So and these are all past tense. So I'm going to put them in present tense here. Are you a member of any groups or clubs?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. Not
Uh-uh.
anymore. Well, once a Cobra, always a Cobra. But other than that,
That's a good
probably-
call.
What's a cobra?
That's a little bicycling gang I was in when I was younger. I say
I'm listening.
because of
Bicycling.
Uh,
I've never heard those words
Bicycling.
not touch.
Well, I say it like that. to
When
say-
you're a cobra, they don't.
Obviously
Man, don't
not.
mess with me, cuz you don't want this. Nah,
So what did the cobras do? Did y'all have
no,
stickers,
no.
tattoos, a secret
We had-
password?
We had one guy that drew all of our shirts for us. It was pretty good. He did a good job. Coincidentally, he drew my girlfriend, or at least the girl I was courting.
Did she look like a cobra?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but he drew her a picture of Guns N' Roses picture, and it was like the the album with like the two guns, revolvers. I forget the name of the album, but anyway. Oh man, I would like a follow up question.
Kaylin, you are hilarious. That's great.
But Caitlin also saw Wesley cry earlier. I'm sure. I'm certain.
Kaylin, did you see Wesley cry?
Guaranteed.
Did he cry today? You can let the chat know. All right. So who are your best friends during this time in your life?
Two of them are right beside me. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
happy to
nice.
say that.
That's nice.
How many you have total?
I think there's like a circle of like 10 guys.
Pretty good circle.
I would say that as well. Bruce obviously is in that because he's a part of the podcast. Benjamin also is pretty close to Benjamin. Of course, he's got part of the podcast. If you're part of the podcast, then yes,
The Pod Squad.
the Pod Squad. I have some older.
Put it down.
I have some older
Good
best
teacher.
friends that don't live here
Mhm.
that would kind of are included in that, but since I don't see them as often,
I want to talk more when you get your friends out of the way. We got to talk more about this drawing of shirts. I'm very
we'll go back to
We
it.
didn't have screen print, man. I mean, we had to draw.
What was your name drawn on it
Cobra.
with your name?
No, it's just a cobra. So it said cobras on the back.
Was that a white shirt?
Yeah, it's a white T-shirt.
So
We
just
had to
like
provide our own,
like a BVD
a BVD
Hanes special.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
well, mine were husky. Not that's my pants, but my shirt would have been probably an adult extra large at that age. So it's pretty rounder than now.
So speaking of being round,
Are you about to make a face joke?
no, but
Okay.
it's a good joke.
Okay.
So part of our talking about Brandon's trauma is when Brandon's parents split up and he would go from home to home.
Yeah.
It's part of the negotiation process or whatever. He tells a story. The first thing he does when he walks to see his mother is when you walk in
Oh.
her house.
Not today, but then in those days,
1990.
As soon as I hit the door, hey, Brand, let's get your weight. That's exactly what she would say. Because I had to weigh in and then also weigh out when I got to her house. The first thing I know,
You had to weigh out?
Swear to God, no hugs or anything. Like, put your bag down. Let's get your weight. And right as I would do my weight on the scale, there was a calendar. She wrote all that down for me, and it was just like, man, got myself a complex going here. Yeah, Sundays are rough for me, man. At about 3:00, they start getting a little bit brutal every Sunday. Usually that's about the time my mom would come through every couple of weeks. So as it turned out to be once a month as the years weighing on. But she would come in and say, hey, Brand, let's play a game of Tetris. That means, well, we're about to shuffle you on back all over the house. You're heading back to Ironwood. And about that time, I'd start having a little bit of dread there build up. And then, of course, American
So
Funniest
much-
Home Video.
8 minutes, 37 seconds. That was the mark.
Can't
So
watch it.
much laid into this. So
Yeah,
much
it's just
trauma.
I just try to give it all to you in one bite, you know.
Someone wants to know if your mom was a wrestling coach.
No. My cousins were.
Okay, so
No.
here's one I want to know. What was your marriage proposal like?
It was rough. It was rough.
Was your mom there when it happened?
No,
What was it
no.
rough?
No, I had this whole the way I was gonna do it, and Arnie, my father-in-law now, he hit me with I'll tell Deb. Don't worry about telling her. I'll take care of that. Don't do the proposal Friday. Do it on Sunday.
Okay.
And that gave him Saturday to let her know because Debbie and we weren't really. I wasn't on the high list at the time. Probably, certainly not. I'm certainly not. I wasn't I wasn't a good guy. They didn't like me. All right. So Arnie, by the way, forgot to tell her, which by that I mean he never told her. He was never going to tell her. So I did not do it on the Friday that I had planned. I
He
did it on
wanted
the
to enjoy
Sunday.
his weekend.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Makes
Started up at
sense.
Caroli Park, and that's where it took place.
All right. Where will your marriage proposal take place?
Mine was in an apartment.
No, where will your next
Oh,
one?
well.
Where
Those are
where
my-
will your next one take
Well,
place?
My next one will take place in the state of Louisiana. I just don't know where.
Okay.
We're not sure the will.
Okay.
As Axl Rose would say, soon
Okay.
as
Do we know the
word.
win?
Soon as the word is all I know.
Oh my!
I'm excited.
Yeah, put that in the comments.
But you know, Chinese
Okay.
democracy took 14 years to come out. So.
What? I wouldn't take 14 years.
You better not. You shouldn't.
Maybe 14 months. Who
Do
knows?
you need me to get ordained?
No, I don't want it to be
I
cursed.
have a perfect record of marriages, by the way.
Yeah, you've already said how well the engagement started off.
Listen,
Hey, if he's getting married, then we'll have something to look forward to this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it won't be this year.
Oh.
Oh, great. Way to shut us down, right, Caitlin? Thanks a lot, Kipper. Yes, that's that.
We got to get to the 500th episode.
Wait, no, we're gonna hear he's gonna start saying, "Well, you guys, we want a small wedding,
Mm.
so but y'all can come to the reception.
Yeah, we'll have a
yeah,
big reception. Thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what it's gonna be.
Wait, am I really not gonna be invited to that? You know, I have issues with things like this. I don't do well with it. I feel like abandonment's taking place. I'm not gonna do well.
Well, I mean, we can
You're
all
not gonna like
watch.
your marriage. Get all that do it.
I just say you better suck up to Caitlin. That's all I gotta say.
Kipper loves me.
Okay.
Yeah. we're
All right, good deal.
You know that Wesley met Kipper at my house. The initial.
Yes,
Tell
yes,
me-
I
have you
knew
told
that.
the love story?
He,
Yeah, we
he
know
did.
that.
He did tell me that.
Oh.
Yes, very
It's one of the
sweet.
episodes you weren't.
I
part
think the
of.
nicest thing he said was during our Hot Wings challenge
Mm.
on what was his favorite year. If he could go back and relive a year again,
Oh,
and it was last year, and that was
That's
very
so-
nice.
cheese ball.
Caitlin saying out of country wedding.
Whoa, destination wedding.
Out of country wedding.
What, like
an
Montreal,
AI response?
Toronto,
Are you married-
Mexico?
Are you marrying AI? What's
We're
going on
not
here?
going. We're not going to this. You know
Sometimes
that, right?
Kipper does talk to me like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
She does
So,
kind of sound like a robot from the 1960s.
just got to break it down for you.
Caitlin, what will your marriage proposal look like? Maybe we should ask you. This is just one for him too.
Wait.
What are your favorite? Go ahead.
Mm-mm.
You've answered this question before. Your favorite memories with your children. You've
Yeah.
talked about loving sharing wrestling with them.
Yeah.
Is there other things though?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously there
Yeah,
is,
of
but
course.
what's another big? I mean, remember you told
This dude
me
is to
about
get
how
shook
sharing
up
wrestling,
now.
Yeah.
and that's always been special.
Am I
And
sweating? Just wait. No, I'm just saying. Yes, it is. Yeah, look, that's also the time I said my favorite wrestler is. Well, I'd also really like so and so, and then I believe that's when you took me to the mat, if I'm not mistaken. Is that when that happened?
Matt took you to the mat.
Yes.
Hmm.
You put me down pretty. It was gentle. It was a nice slam, but it was definitely a slam.
Okay.
But I recovered from it.
Are we getting an answer to this question?
Oh yeah, man! Look, wrestling, man, we do everything.
He goes
Well,
along.
besides
loves her
wrestling,
bunnies. All right,
what-
she loves her bunnies.
Okay, yeah,
spend a
talk.
lot of time doing bunny hanging out. We do a lot of time. I don't know. I feel like you're not getting the answer you looked.
We're gonna be moving on.
So
Let's
instead of
move
like
on.
While you're patting bunnies,
instead of like being the crocodile hunter and teaching your kid that, you're like the bunny hunter.
Oh, rabbit's feet are very
dang,
lucky.
Wes, this is one for him too. But
I feel like I probably
do you have any memorable family vacations with your children?
with my with Gabby, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, not your illegitimate
Yeah.
children, your real children. What do you think I was saying here?
I'm just making sure. Yeah, man, I went to Disney. That was one of the most memorable trips. Her
Good.
and Kelly walking around with their pigtails with the little hair ribbon things in. They got a lot of compliments. Kelly made them, and it was a really cool time.
Caitlin, if you get married at Disney World,
Ugh.
Ooh,
we'll
that'd be
put
perfect.
Wesley do that. I know that's so cheesy, but
Perfect.
there's the little bride and groom Mickey ears. I just want to see him in Mickey ears. I will be there for that. Megan will definitely not miss that because she wants to go to Disney World. She may miss your wedding because she's at the Haunted Mansion. But there you go.
Yeah, it won't be.
I'm
Disney.
excited we're going to Disney. I just want to say that. I'm
You're going to Disney this year?
Well, whenever y'all go. We just talked about it. Didn't we?
Yes, we're planning their wedding right now.
I like a destination. You could go to Disney. You can knock a lot of different countries out in one place.
All right. I'm sorry. These are children questions here. What was it? What was it like when you found out you were going to have your first baby?
Shocking. Me and Kelly had talked about possibly a dog, another dog anyway, and she got me a card and it had a monkey scratching his head. Says, "You know what today is?" And then she scratched the inside of it out. She's like, "Today's the day you're gonna be a daddy." And I thought, "Oh, we're getting a dog." Nope. She had the pictures. What do they call it?
Sonogram. Yeah.
Fingers and toes, man. You could count all. You could see them in the pictures.
And he said, "What breed of dog is this?"
We talked about a dog, and I was just like, "Man, it was a really cool."
See, is that what you said? We talked about a dog.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is this what you're giving me?
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. Oh man, it was a lot to take down because she was already 2 months pregnant when we found out. So
Okay.
she was well down the way.
I'm sorry, another kid question here. Proudest moment for your kid? You have a proudest moment? Mine are too young to have the proudest moment.
Okay, she's got when she was in virtual school during
Okay.
she had perfect attendance, and that was awesome. And then also she's always been on AP honor roll.
How old is she now?
13. She'll be
Okay.
14 May.
This question we won't. What do you think you'll be like when you become an empty nester? Will life be like Wes?
Probably.
He hopes.
Quieter, comfier? We'll get our own arcades.
Yeah, it'd be a cool. I mean, look,
And then hit reset right at the right moment.
Oh, you remember that? He doesn't tell you the buttons to hit. Just go in there and figure it out. Don't touch that one, dummy. Okay, well, perfect. The one I touched.
Oh,
Well, you don't
Caitlin
follow
says he already
direction
told
anyway.
me no Disney World.
What you
He's
doing?
even opened, told me no Disney World. He's even open to the idea.
Yeah, no thanks.
No Disney World. But what if
Oh.
Caitlin likes Disney World? What about Disneyland?
Well, then we have to meet in the middle.
I had to meet in the
Oh
middle.
my gosh, he's gonna be a bride.
Okay, Disney cruise.
he's gonna be a bride.
Maybe closer, not to the middle. Then
The Disney cruise would be fun. They said those are
well, Disney Universal.
we talked about Universal.
That's where I got that phone call I called you about. Remember that?
Yeah, when Jimmy Hart called.
Caitlin, my
What do you
wife
say?
would definitely hang out with you at Disney World. She would go Disney World all the way.
Yeah,
So
Kelly's definitely in for that. So it's
Yeah.
great. I guess they're not. Sounds like.
Well, this is depressing. Did you lose any family members during this time? And yes, I want to tell a story, but it's really your story.
Oh,
Do you
well,
want to tell it?
No, tell my story because I
Do you want me to tell your story?
I can't tell
Yeah,
sad
bubble
stories.
through it.
You can't tell sad story. The story. Okay. Do you want me to tell the story for real?
I would love for you to tell this.
You know the story I'm about to tell?
I don't know, but I would.
We're about
rather
to do
you...
a podcast. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
say,
yeah.
hey, before we start,
Oh yeah, go ahead, tell it.
I'm good to go, but my dad just died. Like, wait a minute. Hold on. You okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I just wanted you to know, just so it wouldn't feel awkward. Well, it feels awkward
I
now.
didn't know 30 seconds ago, but now that
That's exactly when it happened.
Yeah.
I had
He
to
had
push
just
the
got the call
awkwardness
right
off
as he-
of me.
I understand that.
I get it. And we went through and it went fine. But the whole time in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
You did excellent.
Okay. Well,
You're-
thank you.
You're an excellent host.
Okay.
I agree. I also.
But
like to
that
say
was
I
a
agree with that.
bombshell.
It's a big one.
Well, good.
What do you admire most about Kelly?
I'm not gonna cry.
Jeez, Christ.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
cry like Wesley would.
Okay.
Wesley.
he's going to answer the question about Caitlin in a minute.
Oh, I thought you said I was going to have to ask what I admire most about Kelly.
Why is it so funny? You can't think of anything.
Her
What's the
patience.
What's the song?
Her patience.
Okay.
Her
I was gonna
charity.
say perseverance and her willingness to stare down her physical battles and fight through it. Perseverance.
So
And
Brandon,
Patience probably is not bad.
Brandon put a fake snake in his house last week.
2.
Why?
And
I did alert.
thoroughly scared his wife while I was on the phone.
She's still
with
mad
him.
about it. Still,
Pretty good. It was a pretty good trick.
All right. So,
Is
Caitlin.
it Saturday or Sunday?
Hmm. Let's see here.
The woman you're going to marry one day
Yeah,
that you're going to take to Disney.
Nope.
And Universal.
maybe.
Caitlin, you already know this, but the thing that he told me once was either it was on your first or second date. I remember she said something. You just loved her, just plain Jane honesty. Like, this is me. I'm not trying to pretend. It was so
Yeah,
early
she's
in the
very-
dating.
She is who she
and
is.
she was just like, well, in dating, you always try to put your best foot forward, but you said it wasn't like she was trying to be somebody she's not. She was just, you like that kind of authenticity, and you really appreciated that. And you're like, bam, you said it just hit you.
Yeah,
like,
because I'm so contrived.
Yeah.
Everything I got is built on gimmicks and jewelry and trying to find
Use a different
the
word
right
than
part of
contrived.
my life.
Can you use a different word instead of that one? Contrived. Can you use
Why don't you use a
I
different
don't
word?
know.
Look, why are you asking me for another one
I'm
if
saying
you don't
break
even
it
know
down.
one?
Don't worry about it. No
All right.
wonder Caitlin is.
But I remember you saying that, and I was like, well, you know what? That is refreshing when someone is truly just themselves. Now, I'm not saying people go on a date and lie to each other, but they try to put their best foot forward, and it takes a while before the veil starts dropping. You get to know them a little bit better.
Yeah.
But with Caitlin, you said she was just a straight shooter from the top. You
Yeah.
just really appreciated that, and that just kind of broke down your walls there. And you're like, yeah, this is
Right.
so refreshing. So you hadn't seen anything like that. So I mean, he probably cried too, Caitlin. I don't remember.
I don't have a I may have a thesaurus. I'm not sure.
A thesaurus.
All right. What about the day your firstborn was born?
Oh, it was awesome. Friday the 13th. That's when guys.
Was it really?
Yeah, our 5th anniversary, Friday the 13th. She was born at 4:04.
Okay.
And I was the first thing I was alarmed about was how much fluid that a baby will lose after they have,
These are so easy questions. These are not the
These were.
questions I was
he wants
hoping
pain.
for.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
we need to-
moving through.
I think we
The-
need to go
The later
back.
life ones aren't.
I know, but we need to go back through the kids and let Brandon.
Hold
He
on.
wants the heart. He wants the heartbreaking stuff.
Okay, hold
He
on.
hates
How do you
happiness.
how do you spend your free time outside of work? That's a good one.
The gym,
Really?
reading comics, video games, and then that's it.
Me?
Yeah.
Typically,
What an idiot.
I thought it was just for you, man.
You were
know?
always waiting on a social cue.
There's a lot of
that is
children
like
ones
a
in here.
spotlight dropping on you.
Okay. Well, what do I do for fun? I hang out with good friends and get beat up on constantly when I'm not working. Man, I just try to stay busy, man. That's it. Whatever it looks like. I don't like being still because I probably don't want to be alone in my thoughts.
These are just strange questions. How old were you when you had your first child?
Shit, they're it's 13, 40, 32.
How old's Lester?
Oh shoot, Lester's.
How old were you 13 years ago? All right,
42,
how many?
32.
He's got a
Any-
creative way of
how
doing
many-
math,
I got
Carry the 4,
Like his-
divide by
My-
6.
like his father before him.
Yes. That's right.
How many children do you have?
Just the one. Biological.
How would you just describe your spouse back then? Now? Hold on. We've already done that. Seems very normal. Hold on.
Brandon, what was your happiest memory during your childhood?
See, I don't
We've
have
done
it.
that one.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know, but I wanted.
I
Again.
You wanna hear it
I just don't
again?
have a whole lot of
Round
it.
2.
I got some. I got some. I don't really have a lot of those right
Okay.
now.
Here, someone asked about the later lives here. When did you decide to retire? I mean, that's just they're just way
I'm ready
too
for
old
that.
or one.
I'm ready for that. Right
How do you spend time with your friends? Doing this, I guess, right?
Constructive.
Yeah, podcast.
I enjoyed New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I thought, in all honesty, that's the most fun I've had in New Year's Eve, and I don't do much at all. But at the same time, that's what I was. I told Heath this. I told you this too. That I'd rather be doing something like that than just hanging out and just socializing. And nothing
sure.
wrong with it, but just doing something fun, just laughing. Just
That had a
hanging
good
out
time.
together. And that was a
I
great
had
time.
really good time. Heath was a lot of fun.
What attracted you to your spouse?
Her smile and her eyes, and the fact that
Good
she was
answer.
super polite, like just super polite.
How was she polite?
Well, we're in summer school. I was trying to get
Did she hold the door open for you?
I was trying to get incomplete just to a letter of some sort. She was trying to get a B to an A, and that's how we met. She was smitten with me right there. It's your
Wait. How does her getting a B to an A concern you being?
Not really much. I was a terrible student. I'm just saying that that's what I met her in high school. I mean, I met her at summer school, and that's what attracted me to her. Her smile is the way
That she was in summer school with you?
No, not really. No, maybe that's what I said. That's not what I meant. Sorry. I meant
Okay.
to say what attracted me to her was her smile in her eyes, and just
She held the door open for you.
Sure. Yes. She tied my shoe for me so I couldn't bend over. I'm kidding. Don't look at me like that. I messed
These
that
are
up.
very repetitive. Tell me about each of your children, which we've kind of talked about. Oh, see, we're not old enough. You're not old. This is stories. Your kid is just now a teenager. This is stories about teenagers. Okay, this is a good one. Do you maintain any hobbies or beginning up? Like obviously, my other hobby is board games. But do you have other hobbies? You have some arcades. They're a lot of fun.
I mean, that's it's. I would say that would be it. Gym. I'm a pretty routine-driven person.
At this point, yeah,
almost like a psycho.
I guess is there something you're collecting now or something like that?
I mean, like I said, I still collect comics.
Okay, still collect. Which comics do you get?
Still read Incredible Hulk. That's my
You
thing.
do?
Yeah, still to this day.
Look at this.
Partially, yes. Yeah, because when I was real little and I was really, really sick, I used to watch Incredible Hulk, and I wanted to be big and strong.
Dude, don't try to make somebody cry. Make me feel bad for making fun.
Do you want to make him cry? Play the
That's the
piano
truth.
exit music from the
John
Incredible
Legend was
Hulk.
playing at Nukes earlier. He's telling me this sappy
bum
story.
bum bum bum
And
bum
then
bum
here's
bum
John,
bum.
all of you, whatever, all of me, that song. And it's just like, it's an emotional time in here. It's an emotionally charged.
Wait, did y'all
atmosphere.
cry at Nukes together?
He did. I kind of did a little bit. I had to quit looking at it. He's crying right now.
He cried. He
Cameraman,
cried.
zoom it.
He cried at Nukes when we were talking about Christmas
Oh,
lights.
I did. I sure did.
In December, because we were talking about his dad, and he said, "I shouldn't be talking about this."
I felt terrible.
John Legend's playing.
Oh my god.
All right,
dude.
so how,
It was great. It was a good time.
how did you decide on your kid's name?
Easy. Wanted to do a very honoring name, so we went with Gabrielle Grace. God is my strength for Gabriel, and then Grace because she's a blessing. Because Kelly was not supposed to have kids.
This is spicy. It was the most difficult.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, no, go ahead.
How about y'all? How about you?
Oh, my. I mean, I've said this. I've said before, I believe, but mine, I wanted to name after Mississippi towns because I'm from Mississippi, so that's where Meridian and Forest get theirs. Piper, I wanted to call Pearl, but we couldn't think of it. Megan didn't want Pearl, so I had to come up with a different name, and I came up with the name Piper just out of the blue, and she loved it. And then with Ella, my wife was dead set on Ella, and I wanted her to be called Brookhaven. So Megan said Brook. It's because Brookhaven's a city in Mississippi. But so that's how she wanted Ella. For whatever reason,
really cool.
she really liked Ella. I thought she wanted it because my grandmother's name was Ella, but she didn't even realize that. What's the most difficult part of your marriage? I like how he's laughing at this. Do we get a pass?
I mean, I think
We can pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think our battles are, sure. Yeah. We can
Yeah. Well, right now it's having a fake snake
yeah.
in the room.
I don't.
Usually, the
help
hardest part about a relationship is yourself.
It is.
Okay.
Where-
This isn't about me. I'm just kidding.
Where
You
did
look at me all wide-eyed like.
where did you go on your honeymoon? And then where should Wes
I
go?
got married originally in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
That's really nice. Gatlinburg's really nice.
It's nice up there.
It was a private ceremony.
It's really
just
nice.
like the next one.
You know what? I don't want to be invited. How about that?
Do you want to go to Vegas
I
and
hope
get
so.
married?
We've talked about that.
Shut up, really?
Mhm.
Could we go?
I'm gonna go anyway. I mean,
I mean,
Well,
y'all-
we may
y'all
not
can
be
always
invited.
Do what you want.
We
to.
may not be invited. Some people just say, no, we need to go to Vegas and we'll do
I
something.
think we're talking
when we get
way
back.
too much about the possibility of this happening in a present tense.
I'm
It's
very
gonna
Vegas can
happen.
happen very quick. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't want to mislead the 19.
I
people
would
paying
I would
attention to
love to
this.
be a part of your wedding.
So
That's on the spot right
I was
there,
at
didn't
I was
we?
at Cuckoo's wedding.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, don't say it like that. It's not that. It's like I know. Snarky about it.
It's funny because last year I was in I can't remember what number it is now, 23rd, 24th wedding. And every time I'm in a wedding, I think that it's going to be my last one, right?
A lot of weddings.
Just it is a lot of weddings. But, everyone I knew got married. And so then I was like, well, I told my wife, I said, years later, I said, you know what? I just realized something. I said, I'll never be in another wedding again. She went, what do you mean? I went, well, I mean, I'm done with, it was in 2021. I said, I'm done with weddings. I can't believe that. I retired from weddings because, no one I know. And in the past 3 years, I've been in 3 different weddings. So I'm thankful to be in those 3 weddings.
I enjoyed your
But it's
podcast about how miserable sleeping on that.
Oh yeah. The fold away. Yeah. Jeremy's wedding from Stupid Chainsaw Productions. Yeah. But I enjoyed the wedding part of it. It was really
it's
fun.
so
But
funny.
that whole night was just,
Nobody can be quite
Awful.
as entertaining when they're disgusted with something as you are. You do
So,
a
yeah.
very good job of being the angry dad.
what was your wedding?
Oh, I bet.
What was your wedding like?
Our wedding? Or
Yeah.
Was it I thought we were talking about the honeymoon.
I'm done
sorry.
talking.
I
Oh,
didn't know. I mean,
no, you already said honeymoon. Did you say honeymoon?
No, I never had this.
I thought you went to Gatlinburg.
That's him. Man, I know that's him. No, man, I've never been again.
Okay. You wanted to go to Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, I like Vegas. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I'm trying to
Balkanville.
No, Universal Studios.
You went to Universal Studios?
Yeah,
Oh, I went to
yeah,
Disney World.
Yeah. Disney.
Caitlin, I went to Disney World.
No, we took Gabby to Disney. We went to Universal and all the other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I like
our
Universal
trip
better.
was for free because during Katrina, some people came. Lady Joy and Jean, some twins down south, came and stayed in their house for a couple months during Katrina, and they gave us their timeshare as a wedding present. It was really cool.
Very nice.
Yep.
What have you learned most from your spouse?
Man, I don't know why. I don't know why she would continue to put up with me, but I appreciate that she does. And so probably.
Oh
the
my
patience thing
God,
would
get
be
on
one of
with
them.
it.
What is it?
You're
I'm
such
listening.
angry. You're
I'm
an angry
listening.
texter. You're
Go
always-
ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's it.
Okay.
She's very, very, very caring.
Well, here's a question. Did we work during college? Yeah, that's how we met.
There we go. That'll
Did
be
you?
awesome.
All right. Did you have any influential professors or mentors in college?
Mhm. I did. Wesley,
I think we want you to name one.
We've already, he and I have
Dr.
already
Cole,
done these.
We've kind of
questions.
talked about this.
We've done
In
this
college, go ahead.
Well, sorry.
No, I had one. I had one. Pearson Cross and Robert Jordan, I believe was his name. He's an English teacher, not related to the author, but they were influential. And then Louis Bivens for history. They were.
One of the guys you
Probably
said was
some of my
influential because he was a student. Like he was.
No,
like a
Louis Bivens would
classmate with
sit in the class, other people's classes. And I went, "Who are you? You're a teacher. You're a professor." I went, "I'm taking you," because he was in my 101 with me, and I didn't know he was. I just thought he was some guy just coming, older, trying to get his degree. And he said, "No, I teach here." I said, "What do you teach? History?" I went, "Why are you in a history class?" Then he went, "Oh, you never stop learning." I went, "What's your name?" And we became good friends.
H.P. Jones, that was a professor.
I remember H.P.
You remember him?
Jones,
He
yeah.
was pretty wild. He came into class one time in a coffin, told everybody.
In October, that was his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had Dr. Cole. I really liked him. Personal selling type class, but it was more
Okay,
of
I
a-
don't have him.
He did. He played. He was a really good golfer. We connected on that level.
I heard Prince used to travel in a coffin.
Really?
Yeah,
We need Heath there to let us know on that one.
he'd take 5 minutes.
What
to
did you
answer.
study in college?
Just business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Businessman.
Yeah.
How long did you date before you got engaged? This guy's not
Oh.
giving us an answer on that one.
I'll never, 3 years the first time. We had a little 3-year sabbatical, and then it was 3 years the second time.
Don't wait that long. Don't wait that long.
I
Go ahead.
was waiting on him to tell a story.
Nope.
What's the?
I didn't. Have
Okay. He didn't have a story.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I have one there?
I don't know. I mean, I just kind of figured since you brought up 3 years, then we took a 3-year break.
Did
You know, it's crazy. You know how big this town is. It's not very large. Through the whole time that me and Kelly were not together, we only saw each other 2 times. Once on her birthday, and I don't remember the second time.
Were you
She
holding a
says-
boombox out in her front yard on her birthday?
No, but I definitely
Hmm.
called her when I called her back after a 3-year sabbatical. I called and she answered the phone. I was not expecting it. I had a voicemail planned out, and I don't do well with.
You are
Anyway,
not
just-
how
You're definitely proving that
you are
don't do well
not
right
you
now.
are not how Patman 34 thought you would look like.
Oh well, nice.
Let us know what you think you would look like. Were
I-
you thinking of Bruce Willis? Timothy Lachey, he gets that all the time.
I wish.
Do you did you attend any training after school, after high school? Not college, it says training.
Stuff, didn't you? Wrestling college and stuff.
Did you really?
Brandon is convinced that because
Because
there was a guy in town that ran an
2 guys.
independent show,
yeah.
and I wrestled in his ring in his backyard for like a couple of weeks.
Made a DVD
No,
tape.
no.
Hmm.
That I went to wrestling college. So he tells
Sounds
people
awesome,
that.
man. I mean, embrace it.
So yeah.
You look like a wrestler, a
Uh,
retired. Like when they're bringing one back, give him one more run.
Wow. A lot of these we have answered before. But
Look, he's red. I got to get on that one.
That was good. It was funny.
Thanks. Yeah, get it done.
Much like
What
this
do you-
podcast.
what do you
should
do in
love.
your professional career? We've answered this.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do for your profession? What is your profession?
Sales.
Sales.
Air conditioning stuff.
Yeah. Now here we go. What were holidays like when your kids were young? When your kid was young? What did y'all do? Anything special? We do the Santa. The whole thing. I dress up and they get to see Santa pick. Now they don't talk to me because they're getting really wise. If they could tell me, but they'll sneak down the stairs with their mama and look and see me. Yeah, I just happen to be coming down the chimney at the same time.
I mean, it happens that way.
And while I'm about to move up, she shoos them back up.
Do y'all ever see? Have you ever had reindeer in your front yard and they leave like their bitten carrots off and stuff? Have you ever?
Oh no! So you did that?
We have those every year.
There you go. That's good.
So where did you get your what did your dad do for you?
For Christmas?
Like I feel like the way you were raised in a very family driven
Loving,
We
nurturing
didn't-
home.
Well, we
Right.
didn't have Santa growing
Tell
up.
us what that's like.
Well,
Loving her.
I've talked about this. We didn't have Santa growing up because Dad was like, I don't feel like lying to him, and then later on, just not happening,
I love that logic.
being well, then the kid being
I'm not
depressed,
gonna lie to him.
and it makes
I don't
sense.
wanna not
It
say
makes
that.
sense to me.
I love the
Love that.
authenticity of this is BS.
I
Oh, man.
want to live by that, but it was the missus that wanted to
He-
do
he-
Santa with
he
him.
Really subscribed to Valentine's Day. Your dad.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he'd give
Brandon,
mom
do you
flowers and
feel
take her out.
comfortable in telling us the name of the girl that you changed her name in a previous podcast? Will you feel comfortable in telling us her first name?
Yeah, you're not gonna believe me though. I already told you. You said I was not telling you the truth, Melissa.
Okay.
That's truly your name. Yeah. No, not the same.
Oh, gosh.
Nah, I did it.
I was
I did
gonna have to end the podcast here.
Boom.
I was gonna drop my mic. Yeah, I dated
Not that
dated Melissa
Sure
before
did.
you. Nah, nah, nah. My brother. All right. Anyway,
There's a famous thing that this Brandon said to our former friend because this Brandon was dating her before the other Brandon dated
And I
her.
was being picked on in a public atmosphere.
We
was
were-
strictly defending
We were at
myself.
the baseball card shop and they were like going back and forth with one another. And this
Not
Brandon
me. I was
told
defending myself.
this Brandon told that Brandon, what was it like to kiss
Oh.
her
Mm.
when my blank had been there previously?
Now, what I meant was, like,
I want to go to the next question.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's the
What-
that's the
what-
Cobra coming out in.
do you have
That's too
a
vicious.
proud professional accomplishment, Wesley? A proud professional accomplishment.
My proudest professional accomplishment is the relationship I've made that's maintained with you guys and Ralph. That a job
Oh, that's interesting.
could give me a friendship that's lasted so long and taught me. Also, I felt like that job laid the groundwork for the kind of manager I wanted to be, the kind of employee I wanted to be.
Sorry. The Dwight from The Office. I got tickled.
Oh, that's good too. Yeah. So that's my proudest accomplishment.
This is interesting because it would have been different. Quick, who were your best friends in your early 20s? And now
Also,
you had different friends back then.
right?
Was Flip
That
around?
was your tag team partner.
Oh, he's referring to Casey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
Casey,
that's whenever
Cass.
Yeah.
Cass is a big friend of his. Back then, my roommates Roger and Bruce.
How many bouncers were you friends with? Were all your friends had to be bouncers and your best friends, or was it just?
Dang, Casey was built. He was something.
Not all of them. There was a handful.
Do you remember going out to where was it? Chi-Chi's, Cha-Cha's, whatever, and we did the Cuckoos. No, what was the no the one in the mall that had karaoke, Chelsea's.
Oh yeah, Chelsea.
And I sang Guns N' Roses, and then at the end, because
You
everyone
said
was singing country,
sucks.
everyone was singing country. I said, "Country sucks," and they wouldn't let me back on.
Oh,
And by that moment, Casey is just like lit, you know. And Casey's wearing the pink fuzzy cowboy hat he got from some girl.
It was like the Pamela Anderson
and
hat that she
I went
wore
up
at,
to,
like,
and we
those
waited and
dances.
waited. I said, when are they gonna let me do my next song? And I came and say, hey, I said, I put in my stuff way before these people. He said, you're not going up again. I say, why not? He went, you're not going up. And I was like, so I sat back down. I said, they said I'm not going up. And Casey goes, oh, really? And Casey gets out there, you let Cuckoo sing his song. That guy's like, I don't know who Cuckoo is. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. You guys got to leave.
Somebody put this monster back on a leaf.
And Wes is like, that's my buff friend.
Yeah. Notice he look. Well, never mind.
No,
Well,
please do.
No.
I want
Okay.
you-
I
Okay.
was just gonna say. I was just gonna make a comment. I'd rather. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to say it.
Godly.
Wow. This is a hot one for Wes.
Okay.
Ask it.
All right, Wesley. What were you? Oh, what were your initial first years of marriage like?
Challenging.
Already at the early years.
Yeah,
Challenging.
but you know, we had just moved away. We were in Tennessee at that point, and like it was always like we were working towards something bigger and better, and we were never prepared to appreciate that when we got there. So there was always
Man,
like you're
that's
you're
fair.
pushing for a goal, but you never go, "Hey, we
Right.
made it."
Mhm.
You just kept driving.
All right.
So there was never
So-
like you never felt like you were done,
When?
and it became.
How old were
made it be
you
more of
when
a
you were
job.
married? Because this may tie into the next question here.
I was in my 30s.
Oh, okay, never mind. So what did you do? What did you spend most of your time with in your 20s?
Same for
Her.
30.
Yeah,
Oh, it was her.
Yeah,
Just
I mean, we
did
date-
stuff with her.
I mean, I was with her for. damn
That's
near
true.
20
You
years,
were. That's true.
half my life.
Because I was there when you were asking Heath about her.
Yes.
Because she worked at Sound Shot with Heath.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. What are some of your well, I just talked about this. What are some of the most vivid moments with your friends in their 20s? Casey's saying, you gotta let Cuckoo sing his song. Do you have
let's
another
see.
vivid memory of your 20s that you love? This is a prime spot. He said he's trying to pick just one. Do you have one?
I figured you would just in the staying with the Casey and all that theme, the one where y'all got gashed open on accident on your.
Oh,
on your
the
prank
infamous
going home.
Halloween
Yeah.
party prank when we staged a fake fight between Heath and Casey, and Casey
I wasn't
had a
there.
blade ready, and Heath hit Casey with a steel chair at our house, and a guy got up to punch Heath, and I had to tackle him. And when Casey fell in our kitchen to
Cut himself.
to get some color,
Wrestling to get
He
he
went-
hit his
Enter
elbow on the
Oh,
stove,
man.
and it just dug the blade into
Into his
his head.
head.
Ugh.
And when you blade any
Yeah.
any indie wrestlers out there will tell you, you just need just the tip of
Day
the
one wrestling college.
That is that.
the tip of the blade.
Did you learn that in college?
Day one.
In wrestling college?
Orientation.
I learned it. Unfortunately, Casey didn't, because Casey left about
Casey skipped his first day of
a,
wrestling.
a
Wow.
fingernail size, and it just dug into his head.
Whoa.
And he wasn't sure if he got enough, so he
He
called
kept
it
cutting.
again.
Oh,
So he had these 2 cuts. When he stood up,
his face was just covered.
it was like people were
Everybody.
screaming in our house. And
Oh, I wasn't there, man.
When-
So glad I wasn't.
when we, like, the joke was supposed to be we were going to turn around and go Happy Halloween, but everyone was so stunned that there's this bald-headed guy
Yeah.
gushing blood
Looks
in the
like
Pulling a
front
Ric
yard.
Flair.
Like you just got to come and carry.
Yeah, it was-
Crimson face.
Everybody just left.
You killed your own party.
It killed. It was the worst party foul ever. And then I had to take Casey to the emergency room.
And everybody thought y'all were dating.
Yes.
Speaking of this next question, is what was your dating life like in your 20s?
Well, I dated a football. Oh no, it was my 19.
Yeah, were you about to say you dated a football player?
I did, but she didn't play football when I dated her. She did ask me about wearing her Letterman jacket when we were going to go steady, and I told her, nah, I couldn't do it. Wouldn't fit. Plus, it didn't look cool wearing your football player's jacket at the time. It's different.
Is that a true story?
Except the Letterman jacket part.
Oh,
How did you meet your spouse?
you didn't date her in high school, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
summer school.
I thought y'all were out of high school when you dated.
Bruh. No.
Do you remember where y'all's first date was?
Taco Bell.
Shut up, really?
Mhm.
Captain D's was mine.
That's a good one, too. Choco Tacos. It's back when they had
You and Caitlin's first date? Where was it?
Flying Tiger.
Well, you went.
They didn't have Flying Tiger back then.
Yeah.
Taco Bell was
What about Melissa's first date?
Sound Shop.
Olive Garden.
This is the question for Wes.
What about y'all?
How do your-
What was first date? Wait a
I
minute.
just said Captain
Oh,
D's.
that's right. I forgot.
What did your friends and family feel about Kelly?
Oh, they loved her. I mean, they loved her from the. She was much preferred more than anyone else.
How do we feel about Caitlin?
We
Yes.
loved
Yeah.
We know us.
We do.
Wes.
her.
Well, no, it's your friend. We're your friends.
I know. Yes, you are.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
I'm also your.
how
friend.
did you feel about Melissa?
Man?
I'll be honest. I had no idea. So I like Melissa fine.
Yeah.
And the other thing is because I like you. Of course, I'm going to like whoever you know.
That's not required.
Choose.
Who I fornicated
I know it's
with.
not.
I really like Melissa. I truly did.
I did too, but that's because I mean not only because, but because I thought she was genuinely nice, but because she's
I liked her
with
mainly
Wes,
first because she terrified me, and I didn't know, and I just wanted to be like so bad, and I just didn't know how to do it. So I felt
And
like
she reminded him of his mother.
my mom. I swear to God, it's like you can see pictures of my mom, you can see pictures of Melissa. Melissa probably loves like my mom. Hey, good to see you. Let's go away.
So
Here, fat ass. Like, whatever.
he's only been married once, one other time,
Yeah.
Batman. So she reminded
did, yeah.
and that didn't give you warnings bells for Wes. I
No,
don't.
no. I mean,
Wes, look out.
He had good taste in women. That's
Okay,
what I-
yeah.
I don't know.
You have good taste in women. This woman reminds me just like my mother. Abort, abort. You could have saved him so many years of his
That's
life.
what his mom thought.
I could have, but he didn't. At the same time, man. Look. It was a lot of fun piling on top. It was a good time.
Did-
Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm glad. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay. Did anyone serve in the military here? No.
No, but Brandon has a good story about that.
I am all
It's
100%
when
ears.
I wanted to go to the military. My dad taught me out of it.
What was that? What
Yes,
happened?
that is-
What
that is
branch
the
of the
story.
military did you want to go into?
Just kind of wherever the ASVAB took me, really. I think it would have had me in the Navy. I really don't know. Probably Air Force. I'm not really sure. I just wanted to do that, man. I just really liked the idea of getting away and also being able to go see the world and meet a lot of cool people you probably never meet. So I always wanted to do it. My dad taught me out of it as aggressively as you can talk any human being out of it.
Why don't you tell us exactly what he said? Or do you want me to tell you?
Well,
Because I remember.
well, go ahead. Let's hear it. I'd like to hear what you said.
So when you told me that you went to your dad and told him, "Hey, I'm thinking about signing up," he, number one, asked, "Are you crazy?
Mhm.
And are you wanting to get shot?"
Mhm.
Like he was going to go right into active.
You
Dude.
think I'll race? You're gonna get 18, go over and get shot. And I was like, I don't think that even really happened. I said, man, I don't know that it happens that quick.
And
I mean, sure, it happens.
Did he not say, why did he pay all that money in the divorce to get
He
you?
was gonna leave me anyway. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of
Wow.
there's a lot
Wow.
of layers of like, this is why you can't go.
This is what
Okay.
this podcast is needing, is this part. Right
This
now.
is this part. Yeah. These
Not all this.
these questions were
BS.
very. Yeah, these questions were very. This last
is
one here is
awful.
how. Yeah, these weren't the midlife weren't that good. How old were you when you got married?
27.
There you go. Those weren't as good as the early life ones.
No, like, his life
That's
now
sad.
is so.
We just blew through midlife like that. Of course, this is a special
he married
episode.
up so much and has done all this work to like camouflage that. What I want to talk about is like,
Please,
I want
you ask a question to him now.
tell me a year other than 1989 that was hard.
Other than hating, other than
Yeah, other year than 89.
I'm so glad you prefaced that. All of
I
them?
feel like
All of them?
dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't think. Look, man.
Wow.
I had a lot of.
So the 90s were just all bad for you.
No, look, man. When you talk about like I pour into work, and it's because I can get the crap away from what I don't want to have to deal with. Like everybody does that. When
He's
they're on
not
work.
answering this question.
That's what I just. I'm answering it 100%.
All of them?
I mean, 89, 90, 91, 92 are all pretty rough. 93 in there too.
When do you feel like things
Wait.
got better?
When did Rad come out?
That was.
Oh, that was in the 80s. Never mind.
Yeah, that was yeah. But I
That was
used to-
during a good time before the Empire. Yeah.
Yeah. Racket.
Dark times before the Empire.
Yeah.
Before the dark times, before the Empire.
Help me out. Where you want? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean,
I'm asking you
Yeah. Okay.
because when we talked on the podcast where we were eating chicken wings and Heath talked about 89, you got so defensive and you were like, "Did you tell him to say that?"
Well, because that's
Because he said it was his best year and you said it was
You
your
know,
worst year.
Heath owes us another story too. From
Oh,
Chicken
I
Wing
know all
Night.
those stories. I can
I
tell you
know,
those
but
stories.
Heath owes us that story. Heath owes us that story. But yeah, okay.
89 was rough, man. 90 equaled it. I mean, it was no different. I mean, really, that was all the divorce time. So it was terrible.
Oh, I know, I get that.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I get that.
I missed out on the 6 weeks party at school. Got blamed for passing gas. I did not do. Missed out on it. Just saying, it happened. I missed out on a boombox because a kid comes in the day of with more ticket sales.
Well, you've told that story.
Terrible.
Hold on. What's the passing gas?
We had a 6 weeks party. If you didn't get written up or like you weren't late for class, you get to go and have like whatever, man, pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, fat kid stuff. And
I was
so
about to say all the stuff your mama wouldn't
Did
let
the
you-
teacher weigh you as you came in, as you came out?
well, you went to Riser. Y'all get to have, like, that kind of stuff.
Oh, here's a funny story. Here's a funny story from Riser. Like we would have an honors breakfast. Like if you made like
so it's
a
probably a thin crowd.
3.0, yeah, basically
3.0.
3.0 or up,
A
you got to
2.5 or
go.
better,
You got to go.
Honors.
So you missed something because you farted,
Mhm.
but you didn't. Someone
Didn't.
blamed it on you.
Daniel Barnes landed on me and I didn't do it.
But Daniel Barnes did.
Well,
it.
who was the farter?
First
What?
one that cackles
It
laid the
wasn't-
egg.
Well, I agree, but I don't think it was Daniel Barnes.
Who was
there's
it?
I can't remember her name. There's a girl between us.
It was a girl.
Why is it
It
you
was
never
Lewis.
want to tell a girl's
I
name
don't
on this
remember it.
podcast?
I can remember Tiffany shot straight up in Miss Sullivan's class in 8th grade, right in my face, and then looked at me and said, "Brandon, what'd you do?" And I'm like, "I didn't do freaking anything. You just
So-
crapped in my face."
so-
like, what do you mean?
So you're telling us that Tiffany shot
That's a real story. She had a blue jean skirt on.
gaslighted you while passing gas.
She pink-eyed you in.
Literally
The classroom.
said- it was terrible. Straight up, it was horrible. And she looked at me and goes, "What did you do?" And I went, I didn't do anything. And Miss Sullivan, I never forget, she had this big old McCall like brooch, like pin on her shirt. I got in trouble for that, and I didn't even do it.
I'll be honest. I skipped high school. Well, it was homeschool, but in grade school, I still remember a lot of the girls' names in grade school. Still, So
I remember a lot of girls' names too.
I do also, probably not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Not
Why?
even cold
Why?
either.
Because they all pooted on
Yeah, they all broke one
You
out.
freak.
So weird. Not into it.
you? Man, his search history.
in fact,
is
just last
twisted.
September, yeah.
Man, we're looking at different things.
Last September, I ran into someone who I haven't seen since 5th grade.
That's crazy.
And my 1st grade teacher was the one who told her, because I go to my hometown now in September for a
That was for
festival.
your Chattahoochee
And
festival, right?
yeah, Wing Dang Doodle. I got you the t-shirt.
Mhm.
And
I wore my shirt.
it was during that festival when I got you that t-shirt, when my teacher came up to me, because I'd seen her last year, went, hey, she said, Kelly's here if you want to meet her. I went, oh, okay, but does she know? He said, yeah, we told her you were here last year and she just missed you. She said, oh, if he comes
Man,
back.
That's crazy.
So we talked and everything, and I just thought that was really cool to see someone you hadn't seen in years. And it got me thinking about what this guy says all the time. Like, I'm so thankful that I got to keep these friends I've had for decades. And that is a really big deal because, you know, I know a lot of people that I knew decades ago, and I may say hello to them once or twice. You know, they don't live around here or we just don't talk as much. And yeah, we've kind of disconnected over the years, but you've kept a lot of these long relationships from years, decades ago.
Because I
And-
have no family. Like, as much
Well,
as we
I mean,
like to
that's-
talk about Brandon's broken family, like I had to make a family. So that's why these relationships are held together.
This is the happiest episode we've ever made. I'm so happy about this.
Wow, smiley.
400 really set a
This is-
milestone
this is
here.
a smiley
Fun
face.
episode.
It says
I'm
been a
just
fun
saying
episode.
that, you know, I think that that's important. You put the work into things that you want. And like even Caitlin asked me the other day, she's like, how many of your friends do you think you talk to on the phone? And it was like multiple.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I was just saying that I don't have as many. I wish I
Please,
did.
please.
I was
Say
just
what you
thinking
wanna
about
say.
The story about when Flip called your house and your dad answered the phone, didn't realize it was on recording the voicemail.
Oh yeah, that's a good story.
And what do you say? Go
Oh, I
ahead.
don't remember. Could you lighten us?
Well,
up?
my dad had a very
remember all
interesting
of it.
way of speaking, and
Very mouthy, a lot of tongue,
yeah, way too
Yeah.
much.
a lot of that.
A lot of sounds, like ASMR, but like
A lot of sounds.
violently nasty.
Okay.
And Flip is like, Wes, and he goes, no, this is dad. And it's just all this like mouth. So Flip is like trying to like, it's like being guarded in basketball.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get around.
Can
And-
I speak to Wes?
yeah, and he
Yeah.
cannot get it. He's like trying to fire off these questions at my dad. And he's like saying something about what was going on in town at that time. And my dad's like, a lot of jobs have been lost. And it just real like,
Because
Depressing.
I mean, y'all were like, you would have been like mid-20s or
Yeah, late 20s, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
no.
Wow. So he just kept going off on a tangent
Like he
with
was-
Flip on the phone.
Yeah, he kept, and
Like
like,
you
if
saw
Flip-
me to a
Like Flip
his
wasn't
age.
asking these questions. He was just talking.
well, yeah, it was almost like he was trying to find a way to get off the phone without just hanging up on him, because you don't want to be a prick unless you're me.
No, say, that's
and-
never stopped you. What are you talking
Well,
about?
you know, that's why I hang out with better people than I am.
There.
You married up, I try to have better friends.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of embarrassing.
okay.
That's all.
All right. That's good.
That story kind of sucked. It was a lot better when it happened in real time.
You
It's a good
asked-
You tell
story.
it a lot better, but it,
Well, you knew
didn't-
my
you
dad.
weren't
These
pulling it
people
in
don't know who
there.
my dad was. He's dead now. They don't give a shit.
they might.
No, they don't.
I remember the day he died. That's what I remember.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, we're about to go live.
Episode 393. I almost titled it Wes's Dad's
Oh,
Dead.
Man.
You know,
Oh.
I'm glad that you remembered it so fondly.
I just remember. I don't know if that was the exact one. If I look at the titles, I can tell you which one it
Yeah.
was. But I remember I was abnormally quiet because I just didn't know. I didn't know how to react and whatnot. He's gonna hit me with that, like, okay, go. Yeah, let's go. Let's hit this. But anyway, all right.
That
so
does sound like something I would do.
You were very
Nonchalant.
about it the whole
Yeah.
thing, because I remember when we talked, I was just like, okay. I mean, are you okay? And you're like, yeah. I mean, you're fine. I'm thinking, all right. I mean, you know, you've talked about it since, and you've had some good breakthrough with it. So
there you go. All right. So there you go. hit the hour.
We
Hit the
hate
hour
Bruce
mark
is not
for this
here.
one. We hate that Bruce is not here. We enjoyed this. It's been Prince of the Universe, episode 400. Any of those questions appeal to you, let us know in the comments below. And let me see. Thanks for coming into the milestone episode of Prince of the Universe
Thank you for having me.
In Matt's cave.
in the Matt Cave. And all right, guys. Well, we will see you next time on Princes of the Universe.